All right, bingo. Let's change up this name. Nice. And there are our people. Right on time as always. Let's get them in. All right, bingo, baby. What's going on, Mark? How are we, Sarah? Great to be with you guys today for the 2 p.m. session of the One Funnel Away Challenge. Let's get into it. This is an awesome session with Trey. I'm fired up. So what questions do you have? What problems can I solve? Mark, I see you chomping at the bit. Let's start there. We'll move over to Sarah afterwards.
Yeah, that tray thing was just spectacular. When you say that we'll be able to, that you were going to clip it and post it,
Yep.
where exactly will we find it? Will it be in our training, or where will you find that?
I think I'm going to add it to the training. That's a conversation above my head. So I have to have a conversation with the right people about how they want to do that. I can do whatever I want in communities, though. So when I clip this out, I'm going to post it in communities. I'm going to pin it to the top. That way everybody can save it and do the whole thing.
So go to the school group.
No. Your OFA community, your OFA VIP community. I'm also going to put it in the main community as well, just as an extra training.
Okay. When do you think I don't want to miss that. I want to rewatch it, especially, for the obvious reasons. When would it be up? When would it be up in case I don't want to go there, not find it, and then you say, well, it's not up yet. You follow me?
No, sure. It won't be up till tomorrow. I'm
Okay.
live today until 6
Okay.
p.m., so four
Wow.
more hours. And then
Holy.
my producer is not going to be here. So I'll get all that to him. He'll get it done in the morning. It'll probably be up tomorrow around lunchtime.
Okay. All right. Great. Uh, so
But Mark, don't
yeah,
forget, you have access to this recording right now,
right.
as does everybody, regardless of general admission, VIP. I streamed it into your community. It's embedded right in there, so you can go back anytime, like right when we're done, and just go to that part of the recording and watch it.
Yeah, I wrote down the date so I wouldn't,
Yes,
forget
sir.
in the
You're
future.
perfect.
Um, uh, well, let me if unless does anybody else have a question about their funnel?
Sarah Rhodey, yes.
Mm, Not yet.
Cool. Sarah has one.
Okay.
No.
Take Sarah, and then I'll then just come back to me and I'll have what I need. I didn't know I was not really ready yet, but I did have that question, so I'm good now.
Cool. All good, Mark. I'll hop back over to you. Hey, Sarah, how are we?
Hey, how's everybody? Please forgive me. I had to jump off urgently. Unfortunately, my grand dog passed away on yesterday, and I needed to be with
Oh,
my daughter.
I'm
I
so
needed to be with
sorry.
my daughter
That's,
because it was her baby. It was her baby.
yeah. You never owe me an apology. I've been through that many times. It's just as hard as when our loved ones die. I'm really sorry about that.
That is true. That is so true.
Yes.
I am struggling, Dante, but
Okay.
I'm
Let's
gonna
get
say
you
this.
unstruggled.
I'm gonna say this with a caveat. Due to life being life, I've had to step away. So I'm going to have to go back in and catch up.
Sure.
But I'm trying to stay as close as I can. But my greatest question, I have an idea of my plan. I have an idea of my product, and we've already discussed what my product is going to be.
Yep.
But when I go mentally into my funnel and I'm trying to set up my initial webinar, should my initial webinar literally just be, hey, I'm selling this, I got this amazing thing coming, and it is more of a prelude to what is to be versus trying to create the course type webinar? Because when I went through the course work, it sounded more like I was creating a course or the first module to the course versus creating the prelude to set up my funnel to make it something that people want to come to. So
Okay.
am I missing it? Because I kind of got lost during that setup piece.
A little bit. You're just a little bit off. Not far. This will be an easy fix. The reason that we're building your course and your membership sites and communities and all that, because typically when somebody sells a product in a webinar, they're not just selling a product, they're selling an offer. When you invest today, when you say yes today, you're going to get this and this and this and this and this. So the course is really how we deliver our training material, because when they buy the thing in your webinar, they're going to get some sort of training, correct?
Right.
And that is why you build your course. The course is technically not part of your webinar at all. Your webinar is your one-to-many presentation that sells your offer to the registrants who are watching. All the things that are a part of your offer technically are separate from the webinar. Does that make more sense?
It does.
Beautiful.
It does.
Now,
It does.
for a prelude to your webinar, your first webinar should not be what you explained. Here's the plan. Your first webinar should be your first webinar. It should be running perfect webinar, just like Russell teaches. It should be addressing their internal beliefs, their external beliefs. It should be introducing the vehicle, knocking down their one big domino. It should be the presentation. Now, you absolutely can have a long warm-up sequence for this. You can absolutely have a long launch for this. Like, if you think it's going to take 30 days for you to make your webinar, get the funnel set up, because like as Ben was, and Russell as well talked about it, Russell talked about how when he sold ClickFunnels, well, he talked about a different example. I'll give you the example that changed my life when I learned about it. When Russell sold ClickFunnels, do you think him and Todd sat down and built the entire software before they launched? Absolutely not. No, they went to Russell's list. They launched the software and said, hey guys, we have this idea. I struggle with this every day, so I'm building a product to fix it. If you struggle with this as well and want this product, click here and let us know. And then they saw how the list responded, and they sold the software before it was even built. And that's the same thing we can do with our courses. Far too often, people put the cart before the horse. So we love to let things get in our way, right? And this is really a fear thing. Me too. I fight this every day. Please don't let me sit up here and be the guy that's like, I've conquered everything. Not a shot. I fight this every day. But it's so easy when we start getting fearful of launching, when we start getting fearful of what our community might think, what our friends might think, what our family might think, what our high school bully might think. The closer we get to the end, the more the fear starts to well up. And then we allow ourselves to put nonsensical things in our way. Like, oh, I have to make my whole entire course before I run my webinar. No, not a chance. Make module 1, go sell the webinar, and then when you're making money, then we can go make the rest of our courses. So, goodness gracious, I had a point for that. And my point was, sorry, I lost it. I think to answer your question, though, you don't need to have all these things done. For your course, just make module 1, right?
And the reason I ask this is because my big offer is a mastermind, and it's a mastermind around a product. It's a book. So I'll be masterminding the book. So it's one of those where I really want to invite people into my world for 6-8 weeks. It's not necessarily always a course, but I sell it similar to the way you would sell a coaching program. And a coaching program, in essence, really isn't necessarily a course, but you do have a community. And I think that's part of why I asked, because I didn't want to get into the book in my webinar, but I do want to bring people into my world to talk about how to move forward utilizing the book to help change your life, as well as the dialogue and the discussion within community.
Yes, and that's exactly how Russell does it. You're going to be perfect. You're absolutely right on the track with this, Sarah. So like when Russell does his webinar, the main vehicle is ClickFunnels, right? The big domino that he's trying to knock over. If I can knock over this one domino, then everything I say will make sense to people because they'll have that belief in this thing. So the big domino is that sales funnels are the thing that's going to transform your life. The vehicle we use for sales funnels, that's ClickFunnels. So when you watch Russell's webinars, he's not pumping ClickFunnels. He's not talking ClickFunnels all the time. He does talk about it. He definitely does say the name, and he definitely does show that ClickFunnels is what we use to build all these things. But that's the same way you're going to run your book. The book is the vehicle, right? Because it has the concepts, the trainings. It has It has everything in it. So you are going to talk about it in your webinar, but the main meat and potatoes is your knowledge, your expertise, your trainings, your implementation. That's the big thing. So you're right on track with that. You do it exactly like Russell did.
Okay.
Nice.
And my final question just for you.
Keep it rolling.
How do you keep from being overwhelmed because you're overwhelmed?
That's a great question. I'm always overwhelmed. It's a really good question. I'm always overwhelmed. But I okay, I'll just speak honestly. I'm always overwhelmed. Every single day that I wake up. I wake up with a lot of feelings on me at all times. My days are unbelievably difficult. I mean, you guys have no idea how difficult my every day is. There's many days that I work 16 hours, and there's many days that I work 16 hours and sometimes can't even do all the things that I'm supposed to be doing. And it's overwhelming, and it's stressful, and it's difficult. But my why is so strong, it overcomes all. Like now my why, I firmly believe that what I do here is good and right and true. And I've always wanted to serve. I've always wanted to help my community. I looked at my community as the small town that I live in and wanting to be a figure in the community, one who can help other people. So I kind of always had that why service, but I view what I do now as my ultimate goal. I mean, I have a lot of other things that I will do in life, but every single day I get to come in and I get to pour into people in their businesses, in their livelihoods, and the things that they do to feed their children. And I get to share these concepts and principles. And as I look at it, if just one person a month will do the things that we're saying, and I can help them be serious business owners and seriously attack their goals, then that was the best 30 days I could have spent. Because that one person will then take those things and they will bring it out to the marketplace and they will change the lives of their customers. And then their customers will go on to do the things that they're supposed to do, changing the lives of their family and their friends. And from me helping that one person, what is the ripple effect that's going to happen? And what change actually happens? So yes, it's overwhelming. Yes, it's stressful, but I've already gone through all this mentally, and I've already weighed all of my options, and I made years ago a decision. Decisions, not choices. I used to be a person who made choices in life until I was at a Funnel Hacking Live and I saw Myron Golden up on stage. And he said, and I quote, "Are you the person that doesn't trust yourself when you say things?" Ooh, yeah. Tell me why, Myron. And he goes on to explain the reason you don't trust yourself when you say things is because you make choices in life and not decisions. And choices are fleeting. Choices cannot withstand the battering of the wind and the rain and the waves. When a wave hits your castle built on sand, it crumbles and falls immediately, and that's like a choice. Decisions, however, are founded in bedrock. Decisions are solid and true. Decisions can take the beating of all the storms and anything nature might throw at it. And that decision will stand strong. So I made a decision, and that's something I've done for years in my life, and that's something everybody needs to do. I'm not special in this. Like when I found ClickFunnels, I was a realtor and I learned these things from Russell and I was struggling for years and I started applying the things that Russell shared with me. I was like, holy cow, I'm starting to get results. This is way better than going to my local grocery store at 12 o'clock to find the moms of the kids that I went to high school with to try and let them know I'm a realtor. Holy cow, I get it. This is working. I'm acquiring leads. I'm turning leads into customers. So I had a really tough decision at that point because I realized I hate real estate. I don't like driving soccer moms around all day. I don't like doing that. I hate contracts. I have zero desire to fix and flip. I don't like real estate. So I had to make a decision. Now that I'm seeing success in real estate, now that I understand the future and how this whole game works, I can absolutely see a career in real estate, one that could also be very lucrative. But does that align with my mission and what I want to do in life? Yeah, it kind of did. I wanted to serve my local community. I wanted to be a figure. I wanted to be a safe place, a help for the people that I call neighbors. And real estate really did line up with that. I could be a great help to people at what is usually their most expensive or highest ticket investment in their life. But I made a different decision. not a choice, a decision. I decided I wanted to leave that and go pursue my passion, the thing I really enjoyed, which is marketing. I can go study that every day. I can talk about that every single day. At that time, it was a really tough decision for me to make. That was a hard one, right? Because I'm looking at future, I'm looking at fortunes, I'm looking at all this. But I made that decision. And then I left real estate and I came to ClickFunnels and I worked as a tech support agent at the lowest levels that you possibly can. Me, a technologically incompetent human being who just yesterday learned how to save browser bookmarks, I went to work for a software company as a tech support agent. That was a difficult decision. And then living out that decision was very difficult. There were many days that I came into work and I knew that I was the least on my team. I knew that I was not worth anything and I was so indispensable, it's not even funny. But I stuck true to my decisions and the things that I said I wanted to do. And I wanted to learn this game better than anybody else. And I wanted to become an amazing public speaker so that I could be a little mini Russell Brunson and I could share these concepts with the world and I could pour into them. So I did. And that was a year, 2 year, 3 year long journey. And then I finally found those things. And it was time to make a new decision in my life. Well, do I want to go become a solopreneur? Do I want to go live the life? And do I want to go make my own businesses and leave all this behind? Or do I want to take the next step in my career at ClickFunnels? And do I want to start doing this coaching thing? And that's all it is over and over and over. At the core of everything, Sarah, I know firmly my why. I know why I wake up every morning. I know why my feet swing out of bed in the morning. So when the times hit where it's stressful and it's unmanageable and all these things, I'm locked in. Not because of how the day is going, but because of the decisions that I have made and lived out for years. Does that kind of answer your question?
That answers my question perfectly. Thank you so very much for your transparency. And also thank you for being willing to say that immediate gratification sometimes really isn't the answer. It doesn't exist. You really do have to put in the work. No, I appreciate that.
Cool. You're more than welcome. Thanks for the question, Sarah. That was fantastic. Man, I love my job. Decisions, baby. Decisions. Founded in bedrock. Rody, Evan, do you guys have any questions? I see you, Rody.
Yep.
Great to
Good
see you
evening.
again, man.
Yeah. Second session for me since I
Yes, sir.
started the challenge in last week on Monday. So relatively new to all of this. And question that I had is basically not so much about funnels yet. I'm not there yet. I'm just going through the challenge, the 30-day challenge.
Sure. Yep.
But I was a little confused, and maybe you can help me with that. Basically, what I'm doing at the moment is I'm going through the the one funnel away challenge, but I have two sort of links to two different sets of videos. One is the missions videos, which the week one belief, etc. You probably know what I mean. And the other one is the where it says where you on the first page you choose between the expert path or the e-commerce path. And basically, I'm sort of going through both, but I'm just not sure if I'm doing it in the right way, or if you have an advice, well, do this first or do that first. Or they're both very interesting, and everything that I'm seeing is very interesting and learn a lot. But I just want to get my head around what would be the best way to sort of do this.
Yeah, a little direction. What am I looking at? What should I do? Great questions here. So you are right. We have two One Funnel Away trainings. One that says 2025, which is our current revamped training. When we go into this one, this is the one that has our belief week. This also has a revamped week 4, all about traffic. It's incredible. It's amazing. Awesome, awesome training. So I recommend going through this first, Rody.
All right.
This is our new revamp training. This is everything we're teaching on. Nothing about the e-com training has changed in this new one. The expert training changed. So back when we first launched OFA, that was this, just the One Funnel Away. There's no 2025. It's just the One Funnel Away challenge. And inside of there, Russell on the expert track was teaching a VSL funnel. If you guys saw, did you see Funnel Drop Fridays by chance, Rody?
Uh, I saw the video in the community today, but I didn't have a chance to see it yet. So
Cool. Funnel drop Fridays are awesome. This is something we did back in the day, like back in way in ClickFunnels land, way back in the day. Russell and Jim Edwards, a copywriting wizard, would get together every Friday, and Russell would build a funnel. Jim would write the copy, and they'd have awesome funnels out there. And they didn't do it for the past couple years, but they're revamping it and bringing it back. And that is Funnel Drop Friday. So every Friday, we get to learn about new types of funnels. We get to watch the masters build them. It is an amazing training. It's also great indoctrination into the software and all the tools. So, in Funnel Drop Friday, Russell, the very first one, he teaches a VSL funnel. VSL being video sales letter. And in the previous One Funnel Away challenge, if I hop into here, in the previous One Funnel Away challenge on the expert track, that is exactly what Russell teaches. He teaches a VSL funnel, how you make your VSL itself. So I don't recommend you start here at all.
No.
Just because I don't recommend you start here at all, just because Russell's teaching perfect webinar. He's teaching one-to-many presentations in this course for a very specific reason. Everybody would do well from a one-to-many presentation, a webinar funnel. So if are you on the expert track, Rody?
Expert track, yes.
Yeah, beautiful. Then I definitely recommend you start in the 2025 community. Go through here, pour your belief, right? Belief is so important. The why that fuels us to do what we do. We need to go through that belief week and then go down here and take these trainings. You'll learn the perfect webinar. You'll learn everything. There is one thing I want to show you though. Inside of the old training, if you go to ecom, you're going to see an advanced tab in the ecom training. Click on advanced. And then here, you're going to see 4 videos from Trey Llewellyn. And you'll notice these videos are a lot different than the ones that you've seen in any other expert training, ecom training, excuse me. In advanced, Trey over-delivers like a madman. All 4 of these videos show you exactly how to be a CEO, exactly how to run your business. Doesn't really matter if it's ecom or expert. Of course, he gives these trainings tailored towards ecom businesses. So he does talk about like P&L statements. He does talk about third-party logistics, like using ShipStation or ShipZoom stuff. So he does talk ecom stuff in here for sure, but what he really talks in these trainings is how to be a CEO, how to run your business. Whether you're an ecom or expert, these are amazing. Like for instance, have you ever heard of the diamond method, Rody?
No, new to me.
Diamond method is awesome. If I'm not mistaken, that's day 2 of this training here. It is everything you need to be a CEO. So first, I would like you to go through the current training. Go take this current training. This is our foundation. This is our knowledge. This is everything. Once you're done with that.
That's what I'm doing at the moment,
Yes, you are. Perfect. So keep on exactly as you are. You're doing exactly as you should. And when you're all done with your training, when you have free time, go to your ecom, go to advanced, and watch these 4 trainings. They are awesome.
Perfect. And one other question, since of course there's loads of content here. Is any of this is all of this still available after the 30-day challenge?
Yes, it is. You retain access to the trainings. You retain access to the courses, as well as the private community that you're in. So all the videos, all the streams, anything we do in there, you retain lifetime access to that.
All right, perfect. Yeah, so that I like I said, I'm just going through the started Belief Week, so I'm there, so I'm on the right track. But again, there's so interesting content, making notes on Miro boards and everything. So it takes a bit of time to get through it, but also to digest it. So I was just hoping to make sure that I don't lose this after 30 days, so that I have the time to go through it. Perfect.
No, you're perfectly fine to ask that, Rody. And also, just so you know, there's a lot of people that go through the challenge 2 or 3 times. There's a lot of people that go through. Yeah. There's a lot of people that go through like 12 times and they really just like having that support, because as you look at the market and as you look at offers, it's like, okay, Dante, well, there's this other guy out there and he does coaching and I like him and everything. But if I go get his $5,000 coaching, he's not really giving me like what I get in OFA. But are you telling me that I can just spend $100 a month and get access to OFA and then you as a coach? Yeah. So that means then I could just spend $1,200 a year and I could stay in OFA instead of paying this guy $5,000 for 6 months of coaching. Is that right? Yeah, that's absolutely right. And many people do that, Rody. The first time coming through, it's so much new information. You're just trying to soak it in. You're trying to learn it. You're trying to understand it. Implementation is typically a little slower because it's your first time building a funnel and learning the software. It's a lot of the first. So most people come through the first time, they learn, they implement as much as they can. And then I love to tell you to take a week alone. After your first 30 days, I'd love to see you take a week in the wild all by yourself. No safety net, no Dante. Just go and do as much as you can, hit as many roadblocks as you can. After that week in the wild, you can go back to VIP. You'll come in with tons of questions, some success, some failures. We can dissect it, learn it, understand it, and make the right moves to get away from it. Typically, the second time through the challenge is much faster. You now have your base knowledge. You now have your firm why that you're not having to think about and create. You wake up every day and you feel it. All these things stack up. And the second and third times, we typically start flying.
Yeah, kind of makes complete sense. Yeah, so
nice.
That's what I experienced, right? Digesting all the stuff, making notes to make sure that it sticks. I'm a bit familiar with funnels. Tried some stuff. I know what I'm building. I know what I'm delivering. So that's all good. It's more getting the thought process of Russell in, digest that, and learning the details of how to get the things like funnels, traffic in, etc. So that's my main objective here.
Yes. You just mentioned something that made me wonder. Do you have access to Dante AI?
To Dante AI? not that I'm aware of.
Cool. I just put it in the chat for you and everybody else. Dante AI is my robot. So I've trained him specifically. Dante AI is trained on Russell's books, Russell's trainings, Russell's teaching, and the One Funnel Away Challenge. He is fantastic at strategy. He never eats, he never sleeps, he never gets in bad moods, and he never gets overwhelmed. So that link I just put in there, feel free to use him as much as you want. Ask him questions. He will have conversations with you. He even has a little talk mode if you want. You can click the speaker feature and you can talk to me back and forth always. I highly recommend you use him as you're going through. ChatGPT is amazing, but ChatGPT is trained on the internet and all of the internet. So all the trainings and processes that people have taught on. So sometimes, actually a lot of times, ChatGPT is not really in alignment with what we're learning about and what we're doing. Like for instance, Trey teaches V-curve pricing in e-com. It's a way to incentivize more sales of 3 and 10 quantities instead of just one quantity. So if you go to ChatGPT and try and have it create you a V-curve pricing model, it's not going to do what you want it to do. It's just not trained on. Yeah. So Dante AI is trained only on what he needs to be trained on, and he will be able to have great conversations. Dante AI is pretty terrible at strategy right now, self-admittedly. Sorry, not strategy, tech. He's pretty terrible at tech. I haven't trained him on ClickFunnels or the software, and that's going to be a pretty lofty endeavor, to be quite honest. But he's amazing at strategy. He's amazing at hook, story, offer crafting. He's really good for all that. So anytime you hit a hurdle, hop over, have a conversation. You'll get right back on track.
Okay, so basically that is the custom GPT sort of you created based on all Russell's content.
It's not a GPT at all. It is
it's not a GPT. All right.
It's not a custom GPT. It is not OpenAI. It is a custom robot.
I mean, it's the sort of thinking behind that. Having it trained on all the content of Russell, allowing it to answer any question on strategy.
Yes, but I didn't mean not
it is ChatGPT. I meant it's the thought process behind the custom GPT, but then based on Russell Brunson in Delphi.
Yes, exactly. In Delphi,
Got you.
not a custom GPT, because custom
No,
GPTs,
no.
tell them as much as you want, they still use OpenAI. It still uses
Yeah.
all.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Got you. Yeah.
cool,
Perfect. That's cool. No, that's really helpful, Dante. Thanks so much.
awesome. No other questions so far, Rody?
At the moment. Thanks.
Awesome, great stuff, man. You got it. Evan, what's cracking, brother?
Hi, Dante.
Hey,
Sorry I missed the opening because I probably was in the same mindset as Sarah earlier. So yeah, so I'll just put that out there that yeah, even though I feel like crap today, I'm still showing up. So I'm
I
here.
love that. Good stuff, Evan. Good stuff, man.
So I tried to get into 5 different Facebook groups for diabetes, and they wouldn't let me in. So
They wouldn't let
I
you
don't
in?
know. No,
Why?
I didn't get a response because you have
They
to click to
guaranteedly had
join.
you. They had you fill out a questionnaire on
Yep,
the front end.
yep.
And
And I
did you
got no
answer?
responses. Yes, I answered truthfully, which should have got me in, but I don't know. It's weird.
Interesting. So you went to the Facebook groups and they have a questionnaire where typically they make you answer a couple questions like, do you have diabetes? What type of diabetes do you have? They're also going to show you the group rules and you're going to agree to the group
Mhm.
rules and do all that. So you did all that. You filled it in. They probably asked you for an email address too, right?
I don't remember seeing an email address, but
Oh,
just
they're
like,
terrible marketers. It's okay. Most people that
okay,
own Facebook groups are. So that's odd that they would not let you in.
yeah.
Does your
So,
Facebook, did you do that from a personal Facebook page or like a business
yeah,
page?
personal.
And they didn't let you in.
I mean, so that I gave, like I said, that was like Friday and it's Tuesday, so I mean, that should be more than enough time for admins to do stuff, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Uh, I'm kind of grasping at straws here, to be honest. It's tough because if they don't let you in, then you can't post. And like it's one thing if I got kicked out.
Yeah,
That's one thing, right? Because then that you got
yeah,
into the group, you posted your survey, it went against the group rules, and they kicked you out. Whatever. That happens all the time, right?
yeah.
Um, but they didn't let you in.
No.
And so how Facebook groups work is people are either doing their own moderation or they're setting up the Facebook admin to do the moderation, which would be simple things like if they don't fill out all my questions, do not let them in, right? It's
Yeah,
super simple if then rules. So I doubt they're doing that because you would have filled out all the questions and if they asked for an email, you would have submitted your email. So why would they not let you in? Um, that would lead me to believe it's something about your Facebook profile or how you answered the questions. Um, I just have to say it because it keeps running across my brain. Could you go try one more and answer like I would and not a good Canadian would?
how would you answer?
I would just I would just stroke their ego with everything they're answering me a question. Do you have diabetes? Not yes. Yes. I've been diagnosed for 15 years. What type of diabetes do you have? I don't know. I'm going to find the bad one and that's the one that I'm going to have. Right? Like I'm just going to lean into it heavy. Cuz it had to be something, Evan. It had to be something with how you were filling out the questionnaire or your answers. It had to be something like that, right? Or maybe your Facebook profile. So maybe we can go make a new Facebook that is all about diabetic Evan. Because like it's how many people were in these groups roundabout?
I was targeting ones that had like at least 5,000.
Oh yeah, great. So a decent sized group.
Yeah.
And in that
Yeah.
case, those admins, they're typically pretty overwhelmed and they're typically pretty busy. So once you hit those levels, typically you're going to see them just not like if a group has 100 people, that admin more than likely is a girl, and more than likely she is going to go creep on the profiles, right? And she's going to go look at all your posts, your images, and all these things and really like do a detective work on you. But that's when they have small groups. When they start to get bigger like that, they just don't have time for that. So it would be I would bet money that they didn't go look at your profile.
Well, there's nothing there anyway, so that might be part of the problem.
That might be part of the problem. Yes. I think I remember now you saying you're not super active on social media.
I updated my the bio, that 105 or 101 character thing, put up a picture of myself. So it's not like it's better than it was. There's at least something there now, but there's like, I don't post. So it's like, I don't know what to say to people. Like,
Okay. So they may very well be denying you just because it doesn't look like a real profile. And I'm sure you know Facebook has so many fake profiles on it and so many people, and they're just trying to err on the side of caution. When was the last time you posted on your Facebook?
I've never posted.
Okay, so they might have the Facebook moderation tool set up to where if this person hasn't made a post in the past 6 months, they get denied. So
okay.
Sarah is a genius. Let's go add a new post and let's go add a post about our story of diabetes. Do you have a lot of family and friends that follow you on Facebook?
Just well, my mom really. My sister might see it, but yeah.
Oh man, think like me. Let's go be a savage, Evan. Let's go to GPT. Let's make a post about diabetes and how we've been living with and overcoming for the past couple years and yada yada. Let's go make that post and then let's go try and join these communities. If you don't feel comfortable doing it on this Facebook profile, you can also just make a new one. Make a new fake one with a random pen name that nobody would know as you. Go grab a couple friends out there and boom, put that post up. Let's try that again. Because for them to auto deny like that's guaranteedly what's happening. It's either something in how you're answering questions, something on your profile, or they were taking the extra steps to go look at your entire profile, look at your posts, and really dig into you as a person to see if you're the right fit. It's probably not number 3 because the groups have gotten so big it's really hard to do that. So let's pump that profile a little bit for sure.
Okay, so yeah, there was a bit of an odd thing because my original Facebook profile, I didn't do really much anything with it either, but I've never been able to get back into it no matter what. So I had to create another one under the same name. So I don't know. It's associated with different emails, so hopefully they wouldn't be looking at the older one. But I don't know.
I doubt they would. Does your current profile have does your current page have a profile picture of you, or is it just that white space?
No, it's a profile picture. Yeah.
Cool. That's a great start. That's a really good start at least. Yeah. Evan, either use this existing profile, make a new one, and I would be putting a story on my page about diabetes or something along those lines to get into those groups. I would also go check places and spaces. As a marketer, we're looking for places and spaces. There are so many Reddit threads out there all about diabetes. There are so many communities out there and forums out there all about diabetes. There's probably local meetup. I mean, all sorts of stuff. So don't just rely on that Facebook profiles. It's a great tool. It's a great resource. I do want to see you still pump your profile and then retry to get into those groups and then 5 more groups that have a decent following. And let's see what happens with that test. But But aside from that, yeah, Reddit threads are going to be great for this. Like Reddit has communities, YouTube has communities, school has communities. There's tons of ways that we can find our customers where they're congregating and go put our thing right in front of them.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of stick with the what is it? One market, one product, one traffic source. Is that, yeah. So I guess in
Yes.
this case, since I'm kind of keep hitting walls, that I should
Yes.
look further afield.
Yes, 100%. Because you can advertise your product on Facebook.
Yeah.
Right? Did you happen to watch the Trey session earlier where we set up a pixel?
Yes, I didn't catch the first 10 minutes, but yes, I
That's
saw that
okay.
part.
I streamed it into your private community. You have access to that recording right now. And Trey did a great job just showing how to set up your ads, set up your Facebook pixel, all the cool stuff. So you can sell your product on Facebook. You can use Facebook ads. We know that. And if your customer lives on Reddit, it's a very safe assumption that they also have a Facebook or an Instagram, one of the two. So we know we can advertise there. We know our customers will be there. We're really trying to find out if the market of people who suffer from diabetes has any real interest in buying patches to cover the thing. That's all we're looking for, right? Where I get that data, whether I get that data from Facebook or Reddit, or I go to a TikTok influencer who has a TikTok community all about diabetes, and I have her go sponsor my post, and I pay her $100 or something like that, right? There's a million ways for me to get that survey out in front of people. All I need is their responses. Because if they all come back, I don't care where I find them, TikTok, Reddit, Facebook, if they all come back and say, no, I wouldn't use this product, no, I wouldn't buy this product, well, okay, we might have to go searching for a new product. That's all I care about right now.
Okay. In the meantime, do you think it would be worthwhile doing another engagement ad on Facebook?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
An engagement ad to your survey is a great idea, Evan.
Okay. Because the first one I did was not right. But yeah,
What was
just
not
actually
right about
going,
it so we can all learn together?
well, it was, I used chat as my coach in this, and like I think the copy was too long. There
Mm,
was no clear call to action.
mm,
And like it was meta, because I turned the advantage, whatever it is for the audiences, where it automatically decides which is the most cost effective. It was targeting completely the wrong age group and demographic. So
yes.
yeah,
It's okay.
well, it
Learning
was,
curves, man.
yeah,
You want to know who else
yeah.
made that same mistake? Hello. And everybody else in the world who's done the thing, right? This
Mhm.
is exactly what Trey talked about. Once we do it the first time, we understand all these things, we make it better. So I'd love to see you take what we learned from Trey today, set up your ads exactly as he did. You can now do your own targeting on your own audiences, and you'll be rocking and
Try to.
rolling.
Yeah, just that it's a bit more difficult because the medical stuff is no longer a thing. So I have to kind of
But you're not
do,
selling
but
medical equipment, are you, Evan?
no,
You're selling tape.
no, but like it's for the interests, right? So it's like I have to target broad, like parents of kids age 3 to 12, which
Yes.
is very broad. So I need to kind of, I've been working on it with chat, but that's another point I have to bring up. Like the different models, if you have the $20 per month plan, like if you access the O3 one, it's a
Mm-hmm.
lot more detailed and nitty gritty and very strategic, more so than just the regular one that it defaults to, in case anyone
Yes.
wants to know.
100%. And if you're on the $20 plan, you get 4.0, which is great. And that's what we use for deep research, which you could definitely use some deep research on this and really have it find out. Go look, you can have it go do deep research on Facebook interests and have it help you with your targeting. It'd be awesome.
Right. And
Yep.
I guess as a follow-up to that, is there a resource for prompting it correctly or more precisely chat.
Yes, there are resources. It seems like everybody and their mother has a product about AI prompting, right? And then there's more products about how to create AI prompting. You can actually use ChatGPT to create your own prompt for you, Evan. That's
Yeah.
what I would
Okay.
recommend you do. Just
Okay.
how I end a lot of my conversations. So first off, I talk to GPT a ton. I talk to Dante I a ton as well, but you just hit that little microphone on your cell phone when you're talking, and you just have a conversation with it. Oh my goodness, come on, brain. Oh, prompting. So a lot of times I end my sentences with ChatGPT with ask me questions until you understand 95% of what I'm trying to do. That right there kind of removes prompting.
Okay.
It'll ask you the questions that it has so you don't have to give it a good prompt, and then in those questions you really steer it in your answers to the questions. You're going to steer it in the direction that you want it to go. And
Okay.
then from there, I literally just do not like that, like this. It gives me, let's say it gives me sales copy. I'll say not like that, like this. Shorter, more concise, add emojis. Done.
Okay. Okay. No, that'll probably really help things. Thank you.
Absolutely,
Can
Evan.
can you repeat that one then that you ask? Ask me questions until you are 95%, and then?
Yes, ask me questions until you are 95% sure. And
Okay.
then when it gives me that response, I just say, not like that, like this. That's it. It's awesome. It's simple. It's easy. It still allows ChatGPT to think. It doesn't put it in such strict confines that it can think, but it just gets you right to the point.
Yeah.
Right. Good tip.
Because
No, go ahead, Evan. You're fine.
okay, frequently, like it kind of leads you down a certain path, and then you're way off from where you really want it to be. So,
Yep. And when it hits you down the wrong path, not like that, like this.
okay, oh,
Yes,
that's
sir.
good. Good. Yeah, and is the Dante AI, is it just through the browser on the phone, or is there a separate app for that?
No, you're just going to use, I believe just Chrome.
Okay, so okay,
Yeah. Yeah. Take that link I gave you and just open up Chrome on your phone and you'll just use it through the browser.
okay, yeah, because I have been using it for some of it, like just comparing what the two come up with, and then sometimes Dante gets a bit too enthusiastic with certain ideas. So,
He can. He absolutely can. Just like I can sometimes. Just hit him with the same thing. Not like that, like this.
okay, I still have to keep in mind that they don't have feelings, they don't care, and that they won't be disappointed if I tell them, no, 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 not like that.
You know what's crazy, Evan? If I had to be a betting man, I would say you probably say please and thank you to your AIs, don't you?
Of course I do. Of course.
You're such a great Canadian. Your country would be so proud. I stopped using please and thank you, and it responds better when you don't. Treat it like a robot. It likes that.
Uh, okay.
No, I'm not kidding, Evan. This has nothing to do with your personality. This has nothing to do with you being good as a human. When you start saying please and thank you to your AI, it just acts differently. And I don't want that. I need it to work. I don't need you to feel like a human. I'm not trying to create the first iRobot from Will Smith that has feelings and emotions. I just need to get the job done so I can go make some cash.
Okay. Okay. No, that's good.
Yeah. And then next time you do it, you're going to want to write out please and just let me be, I can be the bad guy. I forbid you from saying please or thank you to AI for a week. Blame it on me. If your soul hurts,
Okay.
write me a Facebook message and vent it out to me. Dante, you're the worst. You're killing me.
Okay. Okay. A week. I'll see if I can make it past tomorrow. Okay.
You're so funny, man.
Okay. Well, yeah. Thank you. And like, if other people have questions, I'll yield the floor.
Cool. Great stuff, Evan. You really are doing perfect so far. Just keep on track, man. Okay, I think nice. I think we've knocked it all out. So, Mark, let's hop back over. Beautiful. I have a couple minutes. Let's see what we can do. Ooh, Sarah has a question too. Sarah, go first, and then we'll hop over to Mark.
I just have a question about setup and recommendations because I'm one of those people who's going to be updating to 11 because all of my systems have quit. They work, but they're outdated. So what are some good recommendations to get to 11? And then finally, what is the recommendation for the camera so I look like I'm looking at the camera? Because I've recorded a couple of things and I look like I'm rolling my eyes.
Great question. Where's my phone? Let me get my phone really quick. All right, I should be able to do this fairly quickly, Sarah. Thank you for your patience. Stick with me just 2 more seconds here. Now, let me go here. Okay.
Recording in progress.
Okay. Okay. Can you hear me? Is that
Yes,
is it,
but you got a huge echo.
okay? I'll just do this really quick. Okay, here's the setup that I recommend. So here I have my laptop, and I like to keep my laptop is like private, and I can do. Gosh, sorry about this.
It's
I can
okay.
do a small turn, like if I'm looking at the camera right now. I can do a small turn, and you don't really notice that too much. So that's my laptop. I barely use it for anything. Here is the real setup. And if I'm going to show it to you like I do it every day, just like so. All right,
Okay.
so on my bottom screen, I have you guys. And that right there is a camera. So now I do a lot of stuff. You do not need a setup as intricate as this. All right. But what you want to do is even if you're going to use your laptop camera, have Zoom right here, like your participants. You can pop out. Why is this happening? Hold on. That's
Probably
even
just-
worse.
It's even worse. Yeah.
Is that even worse?
It
No, it's
is.
better, I think.
It's
It's getting better.
Is it getting better?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
not as bad.
it's
So
probably picking up your phone plus the microphone.
yes, and I'm like even muted in Zoom and everywhere. It's crazy. So even on your computer, you can pop out the participants and put them right below your thing, your actual camera. I highly recommend having 2 screens though. 2 screens is a game changer. It's really hard to do this on just 1 screen. So for me, now I have my top screen and I use OBS and I have all sorts of other stuff. But this is how I stay locked in the whole time, where I'm not over here. I'm not over here, right? I'm literally just locked in right here, always straight, centralized, and focused. Like if I turn my camera back on, right? This is how, like right now, just so you can see, right now, if you look at the main Dante, I'm locked in. I'm just looking at the camera. I might do a little look down to you. I might do a little look up to my setting, but I can be locked in here the entire time. That's what you guys want.
Thank you.
I got him out of there. That should be much better now. Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. Really just gotta have two screens. It is crucial. It is essential because otherwise you are going to be doing like looking like you're rolling your eyes all the time. And that's such a big part of our presentations and our presence is we want people to feel invited. We want them to feel lovely and homely, and we want them to feel special. And we do that by like right now, just so you know, right now, I can see your head nodding. Your head, if I move my eyes, you're actually right here. But I'm so locked, I can see you nodding. I can see you moving, and I don't have to break that eye contact. And that's a huge thing, too, because I think you guys probably notice a lot of times, especially when I get super passionate about something, or if there's like a strategy that I just need to share, I'll be sitting here and it makes you feel something, right? You're like, oh man, I love talking to Dante. This is incredible. Why? Yes, kind of it's because of what I'm saying, but more it's how I'm saying it. And it's that I keep that eye contact. I don't get off the camera. That's a trained skill. Because it's so much more comfortable for me to sit here and look at you right now. Like I'm looking at your eyes, but that's not how a presenter plays the game. Who cares about your eyes? I need to be here. So when you look at me, you're looking in my eyes. Awesome. Great. Okay, Mark, let's hop over and do the thing, man.
So here we go. Share here.
One of these days soon, too, I'm going to give you guys a full tour.
Okay, so, and I'm not sure how much time you have, but so do you see here I'm getting this red right here?
Yeah.
Is it because these are not set up as products yet?
I don't know. Click it. Click the right info. Let's see. What do those say? My screen's really far. Is it saying missing button URL?
Says error button must provide valid custom URL.
Ah, okay. So our button must provide a valid custom URL. Let's go check our buttons. It looks like I'm seeing about 6 errors there, and you have about 6 buttons. So yeah, go to any button, click it. Oh, there we go. So take a look. Let me get my fancy tool. Yes, sir, right there. There's no URLs. So you set the button to go to, and then you said send it to a custom URL. And you just didn't give the custom URL. So all you have to do is make these buttons go to the URLs for those products or for those pages, and you're rocking and rolling. Errors will go away.
So, for instance, I don't have this in my products yet. So when I create the product, then does that create the URL?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but then you have to decide where to send them to. Your product will get a URL, but how are you going to sell it? Then we have 2 options, Mark. Like for what you're doing here, usually someone would make a storefront. You would make a store in ClickFunnels, and then all of your products are on the store. And then you could send them to the URL of that product right in your store. You could also make funnels that sell each of these products, which may be the route that you take later on down the road or right away. Honestly, you could do that too. Like your essential bedding bundle. Well, if that's going to be a funnel that you run ads to, just make that product as the first step in the funnel. So they click that button, it goes to the bedding bundle funnel where they can purchase that product. And then it's a funnel, so it hits them with the OTOs at the end of that as well. Does that make sense?
It does, but now I want to go in a corner and cry because it's like one more thing. And so is there a way to hide this? And then once I sell some mattresses, then maybe I can take the next, I come back and say, hey, Dante, let's just work on a pillow and a essential bundle. And
That's perfect, Mark. Don't
tell
put
me
the
how to
cart
do
before.
that, and then I take that step because I want to launch. I don't want to do any. I don't want to do
Yes,
that.
sir. We can
Okay.
absolutely do that.
Okay.
You are in your editor. So let me get my drawings out of the way here and let me just move this guy. Well, are you going to move for me? Yes. Okay. Highlight the section. Move your mouse to the right. And okay, there's my green section. So everything in that section, yes, then my green. Go to the bottom of your section for me, please, Mark. Keep going down. I like to keep my mouse to the right. Oh, okay, and there's my section. Let's add a new section. I'm just going to make this really easy. A blank section.
Oh, blank section. Yep.
And now click on your funnel. Get out of the settings. We have a new section down on the page. Scroll me up to your rows, your blue rows, and let's start with 6 other products. The row just above. Yes. Top left of your rows are up and down arrows. Go ahead and hit those down arrows for me. Yes, we're going to move these rows out of this and into our section below. So you can see now, I'll just write really quick if it's going to let me. Your 6 other products has been moved down. We're going to stick with one row first. Yeah. So here's what we can do. Let's start from the bottom. I think it'll make it easier for you to see everything here. Go to your bottom row, which is that one. Correct. Hit the down arrow.
I thought I did it, but all right. Damn it.
Oh, you did move it down, Mark.
And
So
do it again.
don't worry.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Now look at that. Move your mouse. There we go. I moved it into its own new section. Let's do it again to the section just above. Yup, absolutely. Down, down, down. Bingo. Bingo. And let's do it down one more time just because you had that ordered properly. And bingo. There we go. Now we just need our headline. Let's go to the 6 other products. Down, down, down. 1, 2. Now let's look at sections, Mark. 6 other products you can't live without, and the products and the buttons are all in its own section. So now what we can do, go to your section settings. Yes, sir. Bottom right is going to be a little button that says hide. I think it's going to have an eyeball icon with a slash through. Your ClickFunnels support is probably covering it. So click that little X and close your support widget. There it is. Nice. Eyeball. Bingo. Now it's hidden. It's still here, so we can unhide it at any time, but you just did perfect. Let me get out of my own way. Let me get on the fast path to cash. Let me hide this thing. Let me launch, and I can add it later on.
How do I know that it's still there?
What a good question. Go to your layout at the very top of your funnel. Now we can see all of our sections on the page. You can also see the things that are hidden. So like if you go to the very top, you can see it says show everything. Hit that drop down in the top right. Yes. You can then highlight just sections. And now look at this section right here. You can see that it's not active on desktop or mobile. That is your hidden section. If you want to unhide it, you just click it, it'll unhide, and you're rocking and rolling.
Okay. All right. I guess you got to go, or
No, we're okay. I have 6 more minutes, actually.
okay. All right. So I'm going to save. Okay.
Yep.
And then I guess I just save.
Yep, save anyway. That's perfectly fine.
Okay. And then is there supposed to see on this page? Since I got you, I'm just gonna ask some questions. So see on this page, should this footer be on every page? You know, because it wasn't on the preview, it wasn't on this page, it wasn't on the last page.
Yeah, when you have your footer created, like with your logo, your company, all of that, you will want to have that footer on all the pages in your funnel.
How do I change this, the logo, to just Mark?
Is Mattress Mark, do you have that as an image or is that just text?
Well, per Trey's training, I was just going to put text because he said that the logo sometimes had different sizes, and I know, man, sometime I might have a logo, but again, I just want to launch, and so right, unless you say, Mark, you got to have a logo, then I'll get a logo.
No,
But
you don't need a logo. Just text is perfectly fine, especially when your brand is your name. Go to the very top of your funnel, please. Click anywhere on your funnel to get out of the settings. Go to the top, and I don't see Mattress Mark here. I was just looking for that specific element. You have it on your sales page. So I was going to clone it, but you don't have it here. No worries. Go to the very bottom. I'll show you how to do this. All right. Click on your funnel. Yep. Let's add an element. Put your mouse on the logo and then click the add element button.
okay, oh, sorry. That element.
Bingo. Add a headline, just like you did on your sales page. That's right. And just make this headline say Mattress Mark and then delete the logo.
All right, perfect. All right, awesome. All right,
Yes, sir.
all right, and then just delete this.
That's right.
Great. All right, and I will. I can work on the other stuff and do this. All right, fantastic. Thank you. Now I'm getting so much closer.
Yes,
Anyway.
you are.
Now I do have, since I have you had earlier session, you had said, that you should test. Of course, I know how to test with the fake credit card, but you said you should test with, I think you said with a real credit card.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, how do you let me, my product is, like $1,000, if I
Just
buy
make it $1.
Okay, well, show me that later, how to do that. Can you set up essentially like a test product for just $1? Is that how you would do it?
You could set up a separate product and you could make that like your test product, but I would just use the exact product that you're going to use, Mark. Go to that product, go into its settings, change the price to $1. Run your live purchase, and then as everything goes through nicely, just change the price point. We're not changing any product settings, we're not changing any funnel settings, we're not changing any of that, just the price point.
Awesome. Okay. All right, perfect. Then I'll do that. That'll be my next step. All right, fantastic. Thank you. As usual, you're amazing. Thank you.
I don't know about
I
all
gotta
that,
show you.
Mark.
I gotta show you this, by the way.
Yeah.
Show you that I'm not a complete moron. Anyway, I figured this out all on my own. See the process bar,
Yep.
and I figured out that you do the percentage.
Yep.
Because originally, I think you had suggested doing like a
Go to Canva, make a new
or
image.
something. And I thought, God, there's got to be an easier way. So anyway, so I figured that out on my own. So I'm patting myself.
Amazing.
I'm patting
Great
myself.
stuff, man. Hey, I noticed something though. I
Yeah.
think don't you have an upsell before this?
I believe I do.
Let's go look at that, please.
Let's see.
Same color. Great. I thought your first one, I thought this one here was blue or green. So congruency was my main concern
and
right there.
Originally, it was another color, but I just liked red, so I did red.
Cool. Perfect.
Figured
Love
out
that.
too. Figured out how to fix the color. So,
Yes, sir. Look at you. You're dangerous, Mark. Easy now.
Yeah. Well, anyway, trust me, I won't get an inflated ego on that. So, all right. Thank you.
No, man. Hey, small hinges swing big doors. That's not just for business. That's not just for sales. That's for everything. This is you learning the editor. That's a massive door. The better you get here, the faster you are. The more you can create, the more you can tweak. So be proud. Pat yourself on the back. It's awesome.
Awesome. All right. Thank you.
You got it, man. Great stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Nice. Cool. Rhodey already bounced. That was no problem. Thanks for being here, Rhodey. It was great to be with you guys today. Some awesome people hanging out in the stream as well. That was really cool. Hey, I have big plans for the future. I know I talk about it a lot, but I have really big plans for the One Funnel Away Challenge. I have really big plans to basically make like a ClickFunnels TV show at this point. And I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be a great place for serious business owners, serious entrepreneurs who are serious about doing real things, not dabblers, not dreamers. I want to find the doers, and I want to make something amazing that helps them take the steps forward that they need to take to accomplish their goals every single day. So it's not coming out next week. It's going to take some time here. I'm doing planning. I don't want you guys to be like, oh, I'm waiting for Dante to do this thing. It's going to take me a little bit of time, but there's so much more on the horizon. There's so much more we want to do, so much more we want to share. So just do the thing. Do the thing exactly like you are every single day. Take the same steps. Take the training. Build your funnel. Launch your funnel. Let's collect our first $1,000. Let's get our One Comma Club award. Let me get you on the podcast. Let's have a conversation. Let's share what you learned, what you would do again, what you would not do again. Let's go take that to people. And then by that time, other things are going to be set in place. We're going to have new additional things for you to do, and you'll be lined up perfect with our future and what we plan for you. So just keep doing the thing exactly as you are. There were great questions today. It's just been an awesome day in OFA. So amazing job, gang. I know it's tough. I know you've hit a roadblock at some point. Maybe like Sarah and Evan, life tried to throw stuff at you. It does it every time. You're trying to do something cool. You're trying to do something amazing that will change your life, change your status and your station, and life wants to stop you. How bad do you really want it? I'm very sorry for all the problems that you guys have gone through in life. However, you're not the first, nor will you be the last. This is the universe. This is how it goes for everybody. And look at you showing up. Look at you doing the thing. Look at you guys taking steps to make sure you stay on top of what you're doing. You made decisions, not choices, and you're sticking to them. That's all I could ask. As long as you're doing that, I'm going to be here every single day to help you do big things. So thank you guys for being with me. I'll let you go for now. It is 3:12 Eastern Standard Time, just in case you're trying to allocate your clocks, 3:12 EST. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Have an amazing night.